Everyone, Bonnie made a friend in class.
Oh, she's already making friends.
No, she literally made a new friend. I want you to meet Forky.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Ah!
He's a spork.
Yes, yeah, I know.
First, start by saying, great to see you both again.
Good to
Thank
see you.
you. Good to see you.
How long does it take to make a movie like this?
You know, it takes between 4 and 7 years at Pixar to make these films. This one took between 4 and 5 years.
I can't believe this is your directorial debut for a full-length. I know you've done shorts, obviously.
Yeah.
But how many times did you guys sit back and just laugh? Because I really laughed a lot. Forky's amazing, by the way. Everybody's going to want a Forky. I mean, that's going to be like the toy. But when you first started, and you knew that Forky was going to be one of the new characters, did you laugh? Were you just kind of like, let's talk about it for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, he came out of the idea of just looking at our own kids and seeing that our kids will pick up anything and start playing with it. And we just were sitting back just joking around. It wasn't even like, this is going to be great for the movie, but it was just, what would happen if something that wasn't a toy became a toy and all of a sudden is alive in this world? And just the idea of that was too good to not at least try. And so great stuff started coming out of that, and we said, okay, there's something here that we should definitely try out.
And once Josh cast Tony Hale in that role, and we got his voice in there, it brought Forky to a whole nother level. What he brings to that character, the insecurity that he brings, and just the simple sweetness that he has.
Yeah, the
just
heart he's got.
The heart. It put a heart in a spork, which who knew you could do that?
Animation.
You've changed the way we look at plasticware forever, by the way.
Gosh, you're welcome.
When you get the to-go bags.
Sure. But I will say sporks, they're kind of underrated. Like, I don't know why they're not out there more. It's the best of both worlds. It really is.
You are
I'm gonna start a trend.
You are. I mean, people are honestly, after they see this movie, which is fantastic, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
You now have one. I think my mom, I told you a second ago, my mom and I saw it together, and she said, I know Buzz and I know Woody get all the attention, but I think Forky is my new favorite Toy Story character.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna want a Forky, including myself. I just love it. How did the producers describe this character to you?
They came to me. They brought me up to Pixar, which was like crazy. But they were kind of like, he's kind of nervous. And I was like, got that. He's kind of asked a lot of questions, kind of like me, kind of gullible to a fault. Okay. And so they actually attached, you'll appreciate this, they attached some of Buster Bluth's lines and Gary Walsh's lines from Veep to an animated Forky. So I could kind of see how it came. And what I love is both Forky and I have a bit of the imposter theory. He's like, why am I here? I'm sitting here going, how am I here? I don't know how this is happening. He's has a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. I'm overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed. So we're both very much in the same boat.
You've kind of answered the question, but I have to ask this, make it official. What did you draw on for inspiration as you voiced this character?
Honestly, I thought about, by the way, you have a great speaking voice.
I worked in radio for many years before I did this. Thank you.
You have the resonance that we as actors are like, that's the resonance I want.
Can I use this in a reel somewhere down the line?
Yes.
He told me. I could be in Toy Story 5.
Perfect. What did I draw from? It was actually very, very cool because he thinks like such a new child where everything is a blank slate. So anytime they would give me a page of the script, because we didn't see the whole script, anytime they gave us a page of the script, I would look at it like he doesn't understand anything in the world. So it's like they would mention Bo Peep, he'd be like, what's a bow? It's like everything was fresh. And so I loved that kind of just simple perspective.
What inspires you for this voice? Do you call on somebody? For Bo Peep, is there sometimes people go to like another actor or just like an iconic figure? What are you thinking of when you voice Bo Peep?
I thought of, initially, I thought, because they gave her kind of a lot of double entendres, why don't you come up and see me sometime, cowboy? That kind of thing. And then I thought, well, she's more grounded than that. So maybe it's Miss Kitty in Gunsmoke, which is a reference so old, everybody in the audience just went, what? But I saw her more as sort of the woman who runs the saloon than the woman. It's like she keeps the sheep on the side. And of course, that has come to full fruition in this one because she's awesome.
Open your eyes, Woody. There's plenty of kids out there. Sometimes change can be good.
You can't teach this old toy new tricks.
You'd be surprised.
If you joined us for one of the many lunches we've had where we just sit around and lose all sense of time and space as we're sitting in a restaurant somewhere, it is Woody and Buzz arguing and agreeing and laughing exactly as they do. Unfortunately, we never get to record together because they should just bring microphones to our lunches and they'd have.
I often agree. And
they'd have 4 or 5 Toy Story movies right there.
Right.
No. He went off to college, but he gave us to Bonnie. She's this.
You have a little girl? No way.
Yeah. It's why I'm out here.
Woody faces his worst nightmare, and that is another toy that is appreciated by Bonnie. Woody's always got to explain the rules of the room and the ground plan and what everybody's responsibilities are. And he takes these way too seriously. I think it's a burden for Woody, but he's always dealing with what is best for either Andy in the early films or in this case now Bonnie.
To indecency
Too infrequently.
Hey, guys, you got it all wrong.
It's to infinity and beyond. That's the stupidest thing I've heard. You can't go to infinity, dummy. It's impossible.
2 really snappy, wisecracking carnival toys that just get in my way. Buzz has got a job to do. He's got to find his buddy because he left. I've got stuff to do. Buzz is on a little journey and he gets carnival toys that open up this whole other world, which I find so amazing that Pixar has figured this out.
All right, so this is where Woody is missing, and Buzz is going to go into action here in the RV. So they're on the bed, they're whispering to each other, and Buzz realizes that Woody was right the entire time.
Let's talk about the staying power of these characters. What was the pressure like? I mean, these are classic films that will live forever.
Yeah, and the pressure is huge, and I think we probably put more pressure on ourselves than anybody else. I think, Toy Story means so much to Pixar. It's the fabric of Pixar is Toy Story. And so I think of these characters like the Mickey, Donald, Goofy of our building, and our crew cares about them so much. The audience does. So there's a lot of sleepless nights for me.
What is it that we love so much about this story?
Buzz and Woody, we've spent 25 years with them. We've had so much time getting to know them and have them be a part of our lives. What's really cool for us is we've got people on the crew that were part of the first one and from the very beginning that are working on this film. And then we've got people that showed us pictures of themselves at age 3 dressed up like Buzz Lightyear, and it was the first movie they ever saw as a kid, also working on the film. So it's brought these people together, and it's been so cool for us to just see how much these characters have meant to these people for so long. For animators, they're saying it was almost a spiritual experience opening up a shot and beginning to animate these characters that that inspired them. It's like why they got into animation.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the original because you've been part of this story now for a couple of years. When you first heard of the concept, though, because nobody had ever heard of Toy Story, obviously, but when you first heard of the concept of the film, what were your first thoughts?
Well, my agents got in touch with me and said, these people want you to be in the first ever fully computer animated feature-length motion picture. I was like, I don't even know what you just said. So, and then they kept sending me their disc of their shorts, and I kept forgetting about them. And then my 3-year-old son opened it up and played it himself and was like, Mommy, come see this. And I took a look at it and was like, oh, Jesus, call my agent. So I did, and that's how it began for me. And, of course, from that to now, it's just what they do and have been doing for 25 years is unparalleled, really.
When did it dawn on you? When did you say, wow, this is a big deal? The fans are connecting with this film. These are major, these are Disney classics, Disney Pixar classics.
Mm-hmm.
These will be around for a long time. Mm-hmm. When did it dawn on you? When did you say, wow, this is a big deal?
I think it really hit me when I had gone to do my last my last little installation, right at the last minute, they were about to lock picture, and Randy Newman was doing the score with a 101-piece orchestra downstairs. I finished my session, and they said, "Would you like to go see Randy conduct?" And I was standing in the back there in this vast studio with, 100 musicians, and Randy Newman got up and did this, and they started in with the "You've Got a Friend in Me," and I totally lost it. I burst into tears, and I looked at the director, and I went, "This is a really big deal." And he was like, I know. I think that more than any other moment, that I don't know why, but I thought, this is massive.
You just gave me chills, for real.
Aw.
Thank you for sharing that story. Did you have a childhood toy?
Yes.
And what was their name?
Scooter from the Muppet Show. Because I was kind of a nerdy kid. I related to him. He had glasses, I had glasses, and I was convinced he had asthma like me. So he was my buddy.
How many Forkies do you currently own, or will you own? This is an important question.
It is an important question. Anytime, like today, somebody handed me it's another version of Forky. Somebody gave me a pen. I just can't get enough of it. Also, keep in mind, this is coming in waves for me. Like I don't yet believe this is happening still, so it's like anytime that happens, I'm like, maybe they haven't made a mistake. Maybe I am supposed to be a part of this. So it kind of hits me in stages.
What was most important for this fourth part for you guys to show, portray, and tell?
I think it's just making a movie with a story that's worthy of the title of Toy Story 4. That was the thing that in the back of my head was like, it has to do that.
Toy Story 5?
We have not been looking beyond Toy Story 4, to be honest. We've been all about this for the last 4 or 5 years.
There's no talk about anything past this, and I'm very happy with the ending of this film. I think if this was the end of all of them, I'd be happy with that.